case of People versus Kathleen Rumpe. Record should reflect that Attorney Sam is here along with the client and the Roberts. And Mr. Young, do you wish to, any legal reason why this is going to be present?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Your Honor. I said it in opening statements in this trial that I believe my client is a hero in this community, and she truly is. For her entire adult life, Kathleen has spoken out, sat in, raised her voice against injustice wherever she's found it, in this community, around the state, across this nation, and around the globe. For over 30 years, she's spoken out for peace, against war, and in defense of human dignity. She's spoken out without regard to the personal risk that she was taking for herself in terms of her own health and safety. And as you heard, and as I believe you have before you, she's paid the price for her activism, spending time in jail for her beliefs and for her advocacy. But as we discussed in her testimony, each and every one of the instances in which she spent time in jail was for this type of speaking out against injustice and making her government and her fellow citizens aware of problems in her community. But even out of incarceration, good things have come. Kathleen became aware of the atrocious conditions of the former Onondaga County Justice Center. She made authorities aware. She made the media aware. It resulted in a 60 minutes expose, a federal government investigation, and ultimately in a consent decree shutting down the old Justice Center. With regard to the new Justice Center and other places where Kathleen served time, she has kept her eyes open, her ears open, and her mouth open, and has spoken out and advocated. She's spoken out and advocated on behalf of people in jail and for better conditions. She's done that through jail ministries. She's done that with the Commission on Corrections and with other organizations as well. She has spoken out for better conditions for federal facilities and medical facilities and women's facilities. And she's been recognized for her courage and for her activism with awards by the New York Civil Liberties Union, Catholic Charities, the Onondaga County and Syracuse Human Rights Commission, Syracuse University Social Justice, and the U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. You heard Ramsey Clark say on that witness stand that Ms. Rumpe is a courageous lady, and I would submit that he is someone who knows something about courage. She has served this community for any number of years in any number of capacities, volunteering for jail ministries, Catholic Charities, and the ACLU. We ask that you consider all of this in imposing a sentence, and that you in fact impose a sentence of community service, which she will do whether or not you impose it. And once again, I want to join Mr. Van Nostrand and the other defendants who have spoken in thanking Your Honor for your thoughtful consideration throughout this process and your verdict. While we did not agree with the ultimate outcome, I cannot disagree with your approach. And I believe Ms. Rumpe wanted to be heard as well.
Ms. Rumpe, the floor is yours.
Mr. McRoberts, you haven't been thanked today. I know it's been a very difficult time for you, and I want to wanted to thank you. And Judge Gideon and the officers of the court. Everybody here, I want to say thank you. Judge Gideon, you are my champion. You really are a champion to me. And I know combined in this room, there's been thousands of trials that we've been to, and we have never been so respected and listened to in any court in this country as we been said about civil disobedience, and I would say that it's a good part of my life. I have been civilly disobedient, but also under the law, I feel like there's not enough said in regard to being civilly obedient. And I think that because I have a love for the law, which I do after being in court so many times, and especially the spirit of the law. You know, I'm civilly obedient and civilly disobedient at the same time. And I'm ready for any sentence you pose. I know I have a lengthy record. So, I only ask that I be given a few minutes tonight to arrange for my cat. I am a spinster, so I live alone with a cat, and I just want to get that taken care of and have someone drive my car home. And so I'm ready for your sentence.
Well, it's interesting, and looking at the record, it appears that most of it is not in New York State, if I'm reading that correctly. I think a lot of them were federal charges. If I'm reading all these rap sheets correctly. I'm not sure what I do, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I know you were probably joking when you testified this way, but you referred to yourself as a one-woman crime lawyer. Do you remember that?
I used to be referred.
I think the testimony was that she's been referred to as a woman crime lawyer. What I am going to do, I'm going to sentence you concurrently on each of the disorderly conduct charges. I am going to give you a conditional discharge conditions, being stay out of further trouble with the legal criminal justice system. I'm going to impose 25 hours community service with proof to the court on or before 2/29/2012 at 5 o'clock p.m. I am going to impose a $250 fine, $125 surcharge. Again, if you do not pay that, it will convert to a civil judgment unless there's a valid reason why you're not paying that. And if it does convert to a civil judgment, then it may affect your credit rating or your ability to get loans, etc. It may also be enforceable in other ways. That's going to be up to the district attorney how that's going to get enforced if it becomes a civil judgment. You do have a right, and I'd ask my court attendant to serve you with a summons notice to that effect and provide Mr. Young a copy of the same. You do have a right to appeal the sentencing judgment of this court. If you wish to appeal the sentencing judgment of this court, you must file a notice of appeal within 30 days of today's date, and I direct Mr. Young to remain in the case and to assist you if you so wish to appeal.
I have one question.
Sure.
It would be my request. At first I thought, a fine. First I thought, well, maybe I should donate it to the court for a better microphone system. Really, I would like to ask that any fine I pay be sent to an organization that really does serve the victims.
Unfortunately, the state doesn't allow me to do that. If I collect the money, it goes to the state comptroller. I believe that, and don't quote me on this one, I believe that that's returned to the local municipality.
So maybe you might get a microphone
But
system.
not the surcharge. So I believe I'm correct on that.
Thank you.